What's up guys, it's Brickbearded. Thanks for checking out my video. Now let's get on to the list. Coming in at number 6, we have the new Harry Potter Troll. This is much better than the old Harry Potter Troll, if you guys remember. There's a reason that one is not in this video. But this guy looks solid. He's got good arm movement, good articulation. His expression is solid. He just looks a little bit goofy to me, otherwise he'd be higher in this video. Also, he's really expensive right now. But solid figure all in all. At number 5, we have one of my favorites, this rock monster from Rock Raiders. Now, he does only have a little articulation in his one arm, but this guy's a classic. He's also cheaper than almost every other figure on this list, and I think he works really well for golems or things like that, so solid addition to your fantasy setup anyway. Very good there. At number 4, we have a classic, the Troll from Fantasy Era Castle. Now, this guy is beloved by a lot of people. He's not my favorite. His proportions are just so wild. His legs are so small. I understand he's meant to look a little cartoony, but he's just not my favorite for that reason. Still a very good fantasy figure and wonderful for your castle setup, so you really can't go wrong with him. Coming in at number 3 is more of a collection of figures than a single figure by himself, but it's Marvel Big Figs in general. Specifically this Hulk, where you can remove the head and use the CMF Cyclops head on. Now this guy looks really solid, and you can do some nice upgrades to him. You can do a lot of customization with just building onto the back studs or adding on some cloth pieces. There are a few other standouts like the large Green Goblin figure, or the Gladiator Hulk from the Thor movies is also a solid option. So good things here from Marvel Big Figs, and you can definitely use them a lot in your fantasy world. Coming in at number 2, we have the Lord of the Rings Cave Troll. Now this guy is just awesome. He's painted really nicely. He's a massive figure. He's much bulkier than some of the other options on this list. And he just looks great. He's got a real serious facial expression, which solves my problem with the Fantasy Era Troll. I wish they'd done a little more similarly to this in that era. But you can tell that he's mean. He's not messing around. So a really good figure, really good mold. I wish they would do more of these. We'll see. Maybe in the future. Before we get to number 1, we do have an honorable mention, and this is the brick-built figure Grop. He's not on this list because, as previously stated, he is brick-built, so just different from the other folks on this list, but he's a great budget option if it's something that you're looking for. And coming in at number 1 is the Rancor. This is kind of a weird character for this list, maybe, but he's such a cool figure. Probably the largest figure like this that LEGO has ever made, and probably will ever make. I don't foresee them redoing this mold anytime soon, unfortunately. But he's great. He's got movable fingers. He's got a giant jaw that you can open, close. And he's just such an intimidating figure. Now, admittedly, I don't quite know what kind of creature he is for your fantasy characters, but I think he'll work regardless. There's so many things that you can do with him. His mouth is large enough to fit a whole figure inside of. So I guess you can force feed him Forest Men if you want to. That's your choice. But he's larger than anybody else on this list, with the exception of Grop. Grop is taller. But as far as how these guys stack up, he's just quite large. There's him next to the cave troll. So anyway, this guy's great. He's got a lot of opportunities to be used for different things. And if you've got an opportunity, pick him up. But he is unfortunately very expensive. Thanks, guys.